And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Benjamin with it over the middle. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Rodgers. Here's a screen to Powell. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call him the passing back. So they get him the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Rodgers on 3rd down, going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. On is the punter, King, to send it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Rodgers now on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They give it to Peterson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Whoosh. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Tennessee after this. Rodgers now looking to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sharif Floyd forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. A toss play. This is Peterson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. New England on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Larry Fitzgerald as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. Oh, spinning away. And now out come the Patriots. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Rodgers going deep for Hopkins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Rodgers now on first down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. To throw is Rodgers on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Rodgers will try again on second down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Adrian Peterson. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Adrian Peterson, 88 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score. So they connected on a short pass on 3rd and 1 to pick up the first, opting not to run it. Well, there was a lot of run after the catch all the way into the end zone. On these short yardage plays, you often get man coverage in the secondary. Not every time, but oftentimes you do. So if you decide to go ahead and throw the ball, once they get away, especially on one like this, short pass, but now he just takes off and goes. How much rack did he end up with at the end of that one? Run after catch all the way into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish thing. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run. Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time. But now you get to sit up here with me. Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Ends up a nice second down for him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's good, and it's 21-10. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Rodgers to throw again. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fitzgerald. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead is up to 18 now. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back now in Nashville. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. He juked him, and he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Rodgers throwing on first down and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again, Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now Gordon on first down. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
26.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Rodgers now on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Rodgers throwing here. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Rodgers on first and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time? The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rodgers now throwing again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether it's...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And off comes to Peterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Adrian Peterson off to the races. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One final try now for Rodgers. This is caught. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,